please welcome the Dean of the Kroc School of Peace Studies, Dr. Patricia Márquez.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? So, what time is it in San Diego? Come on, what time is it in San Diego? Okay, somewhere around 5:10. I can also ask you, what time is it in New York? And we'll know that it's 3 hours later. It's so easy for us to know time anywhere in the world. But I'm here to tell you that something as fundamental as time is a human social innovation. Really, not that long ago, what we knew was sunrise, time to get up and go on with the chores of the day. Equally, we knew sunset was the end of the day, and then there was night. There was darkness, stars, maybe a moon. Definitely time to go to bed. There were more and more of us settling in towns, villages, cities. More activities require coordination and a shared notion of time. We invented the sundial. Well, I want to say we, but it really was Egyptians, Babylonians, Greeks, Romans, and probably many other groups around the world. It was a way to track the time of the day by a shadow cast on a reference scale, depending on the position of the sun. The calendar. We created the calendar to help us track the passing of what we know today as days, weeks, months, and years. We are always thirsty for adventure. And with that sense of adventure, we jumped on ships to explore the world. Well, time is central to that exploration. Can you imagine running out of food and water in the middle of the high seas? Can you? We invented longitude and latitude. We established coordinates. We drew maps, and it created all kinds of measuring devices. Otherwise, the risk could be falling off the edge of the world. And don't worry, I'm not going to fall. At least not today. And as we think about these things, we know that that exploration led to expansion. Towns, cities, villages were discovered. They were destroyed. They were rebuilt. They were developed, and they were redeveloped. And movement of people. At what time is the stagecoach arriving? The movement of people and things is inextricably linked to a shared notion of time. A railway system require knowing the precise time in Glasgow, Manchester, or London. Otherwise, train wrecks, tragedy. More and more we needed to know the time here and there. And we established the Greenwich Standard Time, facilitating even more the movement of people, things, and ideas. Time was central to Darwin's theory of evolution, linking Lucy from 6 million years ago to Homo sapiens today. Time has inspired incredible literature, as one of my favorite, Patricia Márquez, with that story of beautiful romance in a terrible time of cholera. Time has inspired incredible art, as Salvador Dali's The Persistence of Memory. Incredible films, one of my all-time favorite. Let's Back to the Future. In each century, we developed devices to measure time. As in, for example, the pocket watch, and I'm sure maybe you have one in your pocket right now, and it now is a collector's item. To the digital era. Timeshare allow for the launching of the rocket.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Liftoff! Time tells us the precise instant of a person's birth, or the moments that elapse without the heart pumping at the operating table. So what is time but a social innovation developed by many? What is time but an idea empowered by us to lead movement and progress? Time did not arise in a single eureka moment. Time is like a river. A river. Oh, we feel it, don't we? A river of innovation and change. And that river, that is social innovation, flows right here at the University of San Diego. Since 2011, we have pioneered what we know today as the Fowler Global Social Innovation Challenge. Like time, GSIC is the result of ongoing engagements between students, faculty, staff, and community to unleash our power to create change. But GSIC is something that we need to sort of think about how to create that movement. How GSIC allows us to know that our origin is not in a single school, but in two schools, the John B. Kroc School of Peace Studies and the School of Business. We believe in creativity and innovation. Not only it was two schools, then there were 3, there were 4, and there were all universities in San Diego. But like the inventors of the global standard time, we believe that nations should not limit us. We saw no boundaries. And our challenge became a binational challenge. And by seeing the experience of the binational challenge, we saw a global path. We saw a global path in which we could bring together with all of you this emerging movement of student change makers from around the world. In just a few minutes, you're going to hear the voices of incredible emerging innovators doing all they can to create change. In 2019, GSIC is flowing like the river of time. So let me ask you one more time. What time is it in San Diego? It's time to jump into the river of social innovation, the Fowler Global Social Innovation Challenge. Welcome and thank you.